Okay, so a couple of things you pointed out, obviously, in terms of ball position, okay? Previously the ball was quite a long way back, shaft was in quite a long way forward, okay?
Yeah.
For me, if we can get that ball just left of centre being ideal, and what you'll find, that sort of 5-iron there, as you change your clubs, your pitching wedge now, your feet will be narrower, so the ball now is in the middle, and then when you go to like a 3-wood or a longer club, your feet will be wider, so the perception of the ball now has gone forward in your stance. It's still the same distance relative to your left foot, but the feet get narrower or wider depending on the club you've got, and that gives the impression the ball's moved up and down the stance. It hasn't really, just stayed the same position, okay? But it gets the shaft now in a slightly more vertical spot, as we can see. Other thing as well now, with the better posture, tilting your hips back and getting your chest up and your chin up, you see more of your face, can't you? You're not sort of head down quite so much, sort of, you're kind of more this way rather than that tucked under way. So even though you can't see your back from sort of down the line, we can see by the fact you just sort of, your face is up, we can see your face more rather than your head looking down. Okay, now, takeaway, yes, is a little bit on the outside going back, but that's fine for the moment. You don't have to worry about doing that as a problem, okay? The issue we've got to try and do now is stopping this club overtaken here by the hand. So you come into impact here now, that's where your hand started here, okay, roughly. So they've moved back basically the width of your legs, I guess. So that's fine to impact, which will add loft to the club, obviously. The club face, because you're swinging on an angle, obviously, around your body, will potentially be closing. So this is where the hook's going to come from, okay? Yeah. Hence why your better strikes, the ball goes straight left, or left going further left, okay? The miss-hit shots, where you hit the ground behind the ball, potentially which you could do off that back foot, or toe-y shots, or miss-hit shots, deflects the club face to the right somewhere, and then the ball wants to go left with a deflection right, actually goes nice and straight. Okay. So you get some inconsistencies there based on almost 2 or 3 wrongs making a right. What you've got to try and feel there with this swing now is there's a finish line down through your left leg, okay? And what we're going to try and do is feel that the hands are going to get there before the club, okay? So as you swing the top of the back swing, okay? Nice call behind the golf ball, then I get a nice sort of shoulder turn there, really good movement there. Everything now has got to start shifting a little bit more to that left ankle, onto it, and then rotate around it. If you lean back, as we said on here on the right hand side, your left ankle's off the ground, then you flick your wrist, and then you've got to try and twist onto it. And if you notice here now, as you swing through impact here now, that left leg lifting, everything's still moving together, rather than, as we said with the longer hitters, they sort of swing, unwind that left leg and just send the arms and speed through. It's definitely hands and arms speed that's going to give you more power, but the hands and arms have to be leading the race. At this point now, we've still maintained your angle, okay? Ideally you want your angle still to be a little bit more there. You can see your club face is kind of down here somewhere. As we then come into impact here now, at this point now, your club and the shaft are already in a straight line. So your club is going to win that race. Even though it's got less distance to travel there to there, because of the way the swing works, okay, that club now is going to overtake, strike the golf ball here now, hands by that right leg, club now wins the race, then the hands come through as an afterthought, okay? And then you swing through. Certainly a better movement onto your left side there, less stress on that left ankle, less movement on the left ankle. Okay, and that is with a 5-iron, not the 8-iron. So by virtue of the fact there's a longer club, you'd expect more of the fault to be increased because you've got more club head speed, yeah? So the fact you were moving left better means the ankle hasn't moved quite so much, which therefore means the ankle's had less stress on it, which ultimately be a good thing. If you can swing a golf club and go, that's not going to hurt me, I'm not going to fear that, because human nature is going to prevent injury or prevent pain. If you're going to think that's going to be a bit, especially on a sloping line maybe, or I don't know, whatever it may be,
you just steer away from it.
Of course you are, yeah. You'll make a swing basically not to hurt yourself, which is great in terms of the grand scheme of your health, but in terms of your golf, it's not going to improve your game, is it? So you're going to go around playing golf just to try and sort of protect that ankle rather than, okay, I can actually swing onto that left ankle. So you finish more in a straighter line there with that left foot. The left foot hasn't really sort of moved there. Started off kind of there and ends up kind of there, whereas this one starts there. I'm not a medical doctor of science or anything at all, but that looks like there's a lot more effort on the ankle. The ankle's doing a lot of that while at speed, and that's on a flat line. You put on a slight elevation change or slight slope, you're going to be struggling. So the feeling for you is, how would I try and hit a punch shot, okay? Now what it may be in terms of practice, and you can come in here and do this on the grass area no matter where you go, but set up with whatever club, 6, 7, 5, 1, 8, doesn't matter really, just have a few swings, just sort of swing to about here somewhere, and just so once you've got the angle there now, I'm going to try and maintain that and just try and punch the ball kind of as low as I can. What would it feel like to me with the angle of that club shaft hitting the golf ball to hit a low punch? Okay, so get the hands leading and winning the race, okay? So as you come into impact, you keep hold that club. Okay, You've got your angle here now. What does kind of that feel like as opposed to that? That's what that's your impact. That feels quite strange, doesn't it? Probably. Yeah. That's your impact just now. Your hand's next to your right leg and the club hitting the ball. But look where the club face points now. It's going to go left, isn't it? So if we can get that club face now going to be squarer, we can get this left hand and the club pointed towards target with your shift now onto that left side, and then from there just obviously rotate the body. You ain't going to move at all. No. Okay, so that's kind of the focus. So what it may be is we'll say we'll just do some shots now and just see kind of what the threshold is. We generally start at 50% swings or 50% speed. Can you do that shot? Can you get the hands to win the race? If you could hit 6, 7 out of 10 where you always win the race with the hands at that speed, then we just increase it to 65% or 70% or whatever till you find a spot. Because at the moment 100%, no matter what swing you made or the feeling you made, your hands still got beaten, didn't they? The club still came past the hands before impact, and you flicked it a little bit, okay? So we break it down to, and if you find it 50%, I can't do it, go to 20, whatever speed you can. If it's a chip shot, when you're chipping the ball, your hands are going to generally be slightly ahead as you'd expect. So we can do that and then build a bit longer, a bit longer, a bit longer till you find where you can go, okay, here's my sort of tipping point from good to bad. I practice at that speed. When you play, you just play normal golf on the golf course. Don't think about trying to do half shots. Just play normal golf with this the feeling of maybe I've got to try and keep that weight going forward. But in your practice, you've got a sort of specific thought process. I'm going to set up at this space, and then I'm going to build up to a percentage of swing speed, and then try and keep pushing and pushing until I get back to 100%. Because ultimately, I want you to swing the club as fast as you can. There's no point swinging the club at 50% and all the rest of your golf will be hitting the ball nowhere. Yeah. Okay, but getting the feeling, getting that impact position. What does that left wrist feel like a good impact? As opposed to that flick with the wrists, okay, and that is really where the hook's coming from. Because the more speed you put into it, potentially the way you swing it, the more back you're going to go. So the more back you go, the more pressure off the ankle, the more left that club's going to swing. Think of a cricket off the back foot. It's generally going to be a hook shot now. It's very hard. It's very hard to over there somewhere. Okay, so on the back foot rotating, it's going to be a hook shot. Make sense? Yeah. Excellent. Good. Right.